Another big crowd here this afternoon for a vitally important game in the Premier Division. So let's have a look at the Rangers lineup once again. And Rangers welcome back the G-Force of Gorham, Gough and Gascoigne. And there are starting places for Bjorklund and McLaren after flu ravaged the club before last week's 2-1 win at Easter Road. 5 changes in all. And a look now at the Dons, and they make 3 changes from the team which lost to Dunfermline. Glass, Kambwari and Windus return in place of Anderson, Ingalls and Booth. Well, alongside me, as ever this afternoon, is Charlie Nicholas.
Good afternoon, Jerry, and good afternoon to all our viewers. This could be again one of the most dramatic games of the season. Aberdeen always come here, got a lot to prove today. Got to get their act together as a team today. And if they play as well as what they did earlier in the season at Ibrox, we're in for a special afternoon.
Well, Kambwari is back, as we said, Charlie, and he can certainly be an influential player.
He is a talented player, there's no doubt about that. The problem we had defensively is getting the partnership between him and Brian Irvine. And as Joe Harper mentions in studio, Kiriakov, for me, loses a certain amount of appetite for the game at a full-back position. So it'll be interesting to see how he's going to line up today.
So the Aberdeen fans welcome their team onto the field. And a hugely outnumbered, as you would expect this afternoon. There were just over 50,000 people here for the last encounter back in October when Aberdeen fought back from 2 goals down. But the Dons go into this match in 5th place, trailing Rangers by 23 points. And the Dons have played a game more. And that gap will be 29 if Rangers win today, plus the game in hand. Well, there's a young goalkeeper, Derek Stilley, who came in last week against Dunfermline. He's in his 7th year at Pittodrie, 23 years of age. Played 5 league games in season 93-94 when he managed to score a goal. But I'm sure he would settle for a shutout this afternoon. Now, the referee this afternoon, Willie Young from Clarkston. He'll be assisted by David Summers from Cumbernauld and Gordon Hunter from Dundee. The 4th official is Mike McCurry from Glasgow. And Willie Young is a FIFA referee that this is just his 5th Premier game of the season. And Richard Gough, the Rangers captain there. So there will now be a minute's silence. The referee is just getting things organised, but there will be a minute's silence to mark the death of George Young, of course one of the great Rangers and Scotland captains.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we ask you to join with us? Unfortunately, another Rangers great, Mr. George Young, one of the many great, of course, the captain of Rangers in Scotland, arguably one of the best centre-halves to ever wear a blue jersey, died this week. Will you please observe 1 minute's silence? Thank you.
Well, Rangers dominated Scottish football when he captained them. They dominate again as they stand silent in his memory. Well, sadly, once again, sections of Scottish football fans letting everyone down. So Rangers, having won their last 6 successive Premier Division matches, go into this full of confidence. They haven't lost since it went down at Tannadice on December the 10th. On the other hand, Aberdeen have failed to win their last 6 games and they kick off. So a lot at stake for both clubs with Celtic's victory yesterday at Tynecastle. Certainly Rangers know they're still there or thereabouts, and it's vital the Ibrox club do something positive this afternoon. And right away it's David Robertson who scored in the first game. Well, the cross goes in from him, and Bo Anderson from almost under the crossbar manages to send it over, but David Robertson running onto the pass there from Laudrup. He was so influential in the game at Pittodrie last month, got in the cross, and Bo Anderson right in front of goal managed to put it over.
Well, it's a tremendous break, typical Robertson. It's a tremendous cross. Bo Anderson has just got himself behind it, the wrong angle, and it's a bad miss. A tremendous start for Rangers, but a bad miss for Anderson.
Tipped away by Kambwari. McLaren makes his presence felt early on. He wins that one well for Rangers. Here's Robertson again. It's given away though to Kiriakov. Here's Joe Miller. Kiriakov again. And now Alberts, who scored in these last 4 games for Rangers. Challenge going in there, look, and very competitive start by both sides, but Rangers looking very much in the mood. Here's Laudrup again, skipping away from 2 players, finding Goff. Now it's Gascoigne. Robertson is wide left again. It's through for McLaren. Bjorklund. Robertson. Just a bit ambitious there. Through by Irvin. Well, during that tremendous festive spell for Rangers, they beat Dunfermline, Kilmarnock, Raith Rovers, and the big one against Celtic. Those were all here at Ibrox, and then they went to the capital, where they beat Hearts and Hibs. And here they come again. It's Bo Anderson, a little stumble by him. That allows Aberdeen to regroup. And in fact, the referee has intervened.
Yeah, it was a nice pass originally from Laudrup, and Alberts already influential in this game. He just did, as you rightly say, he's stumbled a little bit there. But a good diagonal run, and that's what gives Aberdeen problems. An interesting start for Aberdeen. Kiriakov has gone into the midfield area and mainly seems to be picking up Alberts at the moment, so interesting day ahead for Kiriakov.
Well played there by Joe Miller that Richard Goff used an arm to control that ball, but the referee allows play to go on. And here is Miller again. This is Rowson. Dodds. Miller getting reactively involved. This is Kiriakov. Dodds again. Not a bad effort. Bringing out the save from Andy Gorham. It's Rangers breaking immediately. Again it's Laudrup. Cleland who made the run forward, and he wins the throw-in for Rangers, just in a line with the penalty area. It's Laudrup again. Breaks away to Cleland. Kiriakov's there just ahead of Gascoigne. Laid off by Goff. There he is again. Alberts is wide left. Well, it was almost a perfect ball from Goff, but Dodds just managed to get his head to it. The decision goes Rangers' way. Gascoigne moves in for it. Robertson's away. Good vision by Gascoigne. Robertson again. Well, Aberdeen struggle in the end to get it away. But a lovely through ball there from Gascoigne to Robertson. Little touch by Laudrup. Good play again by Rangers. This is Cleland. Confident catch by Derek Skilly. But Gascoigne there just a few moments ago with a delightful little ball through to Robertson. And Aberdeen eventually scrambled it clear. Kambwari sent it back to the goalkeeper, and it was whacked away. And this challenge as well. This is Dodds, and the referee is Steps in towards the free kick to Aberdeen, just outside the penalty area. So a chance here for the Dons. Brian Irvine starts to push forward. He has an excellent record from set pieces against both members of the old firm. So Irvine is up there, being carefully watched by Richard Goff.
Good striking distance also, Jerry. Windass can hit him. Glass we know about his left foot. He'll be tempted.
So both players poised over the ball. And it's a decent effort going in from Stephen Glass, but in the end comfortably held by Andy Gorham.
Yeah, it's a good shot, good accuracy, gets it near the post. But we've seen time and time again, Andy Gorham is something very special to pull out the bag to beat this guy.
This is Bjorkland. Sack off to McLaren. A big gap opens up in the midfield area. Alberts was able to leave that one there to Robertson. This is Alberts now. Steps away easily from Windass. Now it's Gascoigne. Then he uses his strength. And the free kick is awarded Aberdeen's way. But Darren Young stuck to the task just here. Got in ahead of Gascoigne, and the referee awarded the free kick Aberdeen's way.
Yeah, they've got Darren Young mainly in surrounding Gascoigne. Kiriakov in there, trying to be busy. And Young Rowson is really filling in the right back position.
It's a header from Goff, joined by McInnes. Gascoigne. Robertson. Gascoigne again. McLaren switches the play. It's a good ball to Laudrup. Controls it well. Goes to the outside of Rowson. Well, the youngster stuck well to the task there. There was a little stumble by Laudrup, and that allowed Rowson to get right in. Now it's Windass. Svetanov. And Gascoigne now, who's dropped deep. Out to Robertson. Alberts. Trying to switch the play. He does so intelligently. Out to Cleland. McInnes is there in support. The early ball from him, and the goalkeeper was certainly watching that a bit anxiously in early flight, but in the end he took it comfortably.
Yeah, strangely enough today in this stadium there's strong wind. It does never normally get so much strong wind in this area now. It gave him a little cause for concern. But Albert's been influential already in that midfield. He looks to have got his confidence back after the Celtic match where he was outstanding. And so far he started very promisingly.
And Walter Smith has been absolutely delighted, he was saying, with the performance of his players, winning those 6 games on the trot. And Aberdeen, as we heard earlier, just 2 points out of the last 18, during which time they've scored just a couple of goals. So Roy Aitken has a lot to contend with. Meanwhile, Richard Goff put himself under a bit of pressure, but in the end picked goal head. This is McLaren. Oh, it's missed by Kambwari. Here's Laudrup. Bo Anderson's in the middle. Anderson! Well, his second opportunity of the match goes a-begging. But it was a bad mistake by Kambwari, which allowed Laudrup in. It looked as though Bo Anderson would pick his spot, but the defender did just enough.
You're quite right to mention it's a bad defensive mistake. Unselfish play from Laudrup. To be fair to him in that situation, Laudrup does the clever thing, unselfish. Sees Bo Anderson out the corner of his eye, and it's just a touch in front of him. He's stretching all the way, He just can't get there. He's unlucky.
And here come Rangers again, and again it's Laudrup. Taking on Svetanov, getting in the early cross. Irvin's there though to scoop it away. It's given away to Gascoigne. In comes Robertson, here's Alberts. Rangers are getting players forward. That was driven through in the direction of David Robertson, who had run into the 6-yard area. Alberts drilling it across. Look at Robertson running in, and it's just beyond him.
Well, I can't understand why they're backed off Alberts. He's got tremendous power, as you see, and Bo Anderson should really be in and about that, the back post. You've got to be gambling in that situation. Somebody like McCoist would gamble in that, and that's where Anderson's got to learn the trade. And
again, it all started there, Charlie, as a player backed off and allowed Gascoigne possession when it looked like an Aberdeen ball.
Yeah, but if they step off at all, Aberdeen, today, they will be punished. Eventually, time will come when Rangers will score.
So a couple of Aberdeen errors, putting the defence under pressure. Here's Alberts again. It's Gascoigne. Lovely touch. Alberts again. Cleland leaves it to McLaren. Rangers have had a huge boost by his return after injury. It's Gascoigne again. Play on, says the referee. The challenge went in from Windus on Gascoigne. The referee is allowing what advantage there is. It's Laudrup. That's taken a deflection. It's behind in any case by Rowson. The referee, in fact, is going over to have a quick word with Paul Gascoigne as we watch this replay. You can see the ball deflecting off the defender. And then Rowson was there just to make sure Rangers have the corner kick. But there was a word there from Willie Young, the referee, for Paul Gascoigne, who had reacted quite angrily as Windus made an illegal challenge on him. The referee played advantage, and now Rangers have this corner kick. Once again, the Aberdeen defence looking none too clever. Alberts gets a second bite at it. And again, the goalkeeper handles well. Aberdeen went into this match today 8-1 against with the bookmakers. I can never remember that happening over the many years of this fixture in the Premier Division. Certainly Rangers have had the early opportunities. Aberdeen have brought out a couple of saves from Andy Gorham, but he's looked fairly comfortable on both occasions. 3-1 on Rangers today. So it just shows you the gulf in the eyes of the bookmakers. This is Kiryakov. Windus. Svetanov. Going to try one here. That's deflected. And right onto the top of the net. And that could well have caught Andy Gorham. It was a deflection that caused the problem. It certainly hit with a bit of power. But you see the deflection here coming off Derek McInnes, and the ball dipped just over the bar.
Yeah, he's got a powerful left foot. We know about it. They can't go anywhere, so it's worth the gamble. Svetanov, for me, should be getting forward as often as possible.
So Dean Windus with the corner kick. Ware's up there, it's way beyond him though, and everyone. Wasted opportunity as the ball drifts away.
I understand Aberdeen in that position there, Jerry. They had 4 players all outside the 18-yard box defending, and Rangers had everybody back bar Bo Anderson. It's got to be worth taking a gamble to get into these areas and at least trying to put some sort of a pressure onto Rangers.
It's a long one from McLaren. There's no one there for Rangers. Long ball by Stilley, drops in behind Goff, but again it's an easy one for Gorham, who immediately picks out Robertson. He's closed down by Kiryakov. It's through for Alberts. Robertson keeps his run going. And it's a Rangers ball. This is McInnes. McLaren was one of the players suffering from flu last week. It'll be interesting to see if there's any effect on this Rangers team as the match progresses. Certainly the flu bug has caused a lot of problems around here in the last week or so. So that's 15 minutes played here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0. And, Rangers have certainly had a couple of chances through Bo Anderson. Aberdeen have had to depend on the set pieces. That's a lovely ball through from McInnes. Here's Cleland. Anderson's there. And it's a goal kick, indicates the referee.
It's a dream run from Cleland. It's good into a good area. It's an awkward header. Good challenge from Irvine, to be fair. He's done enough. You see, he's maybe just in a touch early, Bo Anderson. Suddenly he's got to try and flick it. Get too much on it. A good run from Cleland again.
It's a header from Goff. It comes off Kumwari. Another mistake by him. Here's Laudrup. Anderson's calling for it. The offside flag has gone up though on the far side. But again, there was a slip by Kumwari, which gave Rangers possession, and Laudrup trying to thread the ball through. And there wasn't an awful lot in that one. But, the flag went up. Goff's header. Here's Gascoigne. It's given away to Aberdeen. It's played by Windus. Into space now for Zvetanov. A bit of pulling going on there, and Aberdeen have the free kick. Joe Miller clearly pulled by Derek McInnes.
Yeah, that's a good call from the referee.
Once again, Brian Irvine has moved into the area. Once again, he's carefully watched by Richard Goff. Pushing and shoving going on between them. Irvine's up there. The ball just behind. It took a deflection off Goff. Indicates the referee, and he's pointing out towards the corner flag, but Irvine's certainly causing a problem here. And Richard Goff getting the touch. Well, the referee has shown he's right on top of this match in these early stages. About 17 and a half minutes gone. Aberdeen with the corner. It's an awkward one. Well, it certainly caused the Rangers defence and their supporters a heart-fluttering moment.
It's good cross, good pace into a good area. You see, just in the bounce, they've missed it. And Young at the back post, he's not really adjusted his feet to get the header down. It was a difficult one, but he's got to adjust in those situations.
Well, the pass by McLaren, rather overcooked. Roy Aitken there will be a bit happier now, I think. So after those early Rangers surges and chances, Aberdeen escaped. And now they're starting to lift the pace of their own game just a bit. But, mistake there by Joe Miller gave it away, and then he committed the foul on McInnes. So free kick to Rangers. Well, Robertson's caught now by Miller, and there's some untidy play by both sides at the moment. Here's Miller, comes off McInnes, Goff's under a bit of pressure here, and in fact he's fouled by Darren Young. And the referee is just having a word with the Aberdeen youngster. There's been good refereeing from Willie Young so far. And I was mentioning earlier, Charlie, this is just his 5th Premier Division match of the season, and really the top officials should be handling the top games all of the time.
They should be involved in every occasion, every Saturday or midweek games. We should see the top officials. Not only will they benefit, but the players will benefit. They become adjusted to each other and let them stamp their personalities in the game at the top level.
Well, there's more slack play this time from Gascoigne, giving the ball away to Kiriakov, and it's picked up by Glass. There's Laudrup. Anderson's away in a run. He's showing great pace. Gets away from Rouse and he's onside. And Rangers take the lead. Eric Bo Anderson, his 10th goal of the season. Well, he had a couple of chances earlier on. He certainly took that when he showed a great burst of pace as Laudrup played him through. That's his 8th goal in 7 matches, and 7 of them here at Ibrox Stadium.
Again, it's the influence of Laudrup, but they run, the diagonal run, and the timing is beautiful run. It's a simple pass, and he's very coolly stuck it in the corner and off the post. Little Stilly, young Stilly, a bit unlucky. It's a cool finish, but it was made not just by the pass, but the timing and the angle of the run, and it was always coming.
And David Rowson couldn't match it. Eric Bo Anderson for Rangers, 1-0 with 21 minutes of this match gone here at Ibrox Stadium. This is Bjorklund. The Rangers skipper Richard Goff. The man who may succeed him, McLaren. Gascoigne again, drops deep. Through for Alberts. David Robertson started the run, but the flag is up against him. He just went off out of the trap there a bit early.
Unusually for him. He's so lightning quick, it's hard sometimes to judge whether he's offside or not. But he's an absolute dream for a midfield player. It's every occasion, him and Cleland, particularly Robertson, they just make forward runs and with a pace, and it gives you 20 yards or so to hit an area. It's a tremendous advantage aside when you've got pace like Robertson.
Well, Gascoigne was blocked out by the referee there. Just looked a bit frustrated. There's Kiriakov. Head off to Rowson. And there's Robertson back now in his defensive role. His contract is up at the end of the season, and Rangers will be hoping to hold on to his services. His partnership, particularly with Laudrup on the left-hand side, has been such a feature for Rangers over the past couple of seasons, and he's certainly put his injury problems behind him now. So Robertson again. Here's Irvine. It's behind for the goal kick, but again you saw the power and the challenge there from Dean Windass. So the Aberdeen management team has been under a bit of pressure recently, and Roy Aitken knows this is a very important afternoon for him. He hasn't enjoyed the best of fortune against the Old Firm in the last couple of seasons, although he did knock Rangers out of the League Cup semi-final and took his team on to win that particular trophy last year. That seems to have been forgotten by a number of Aberdeen supporters. It's really out with the Old Firm now. I just wonder what chance any of these managers have in terms of attempting to match the spending of Rangers and Celtic. And the expectation of fans all over the country just gets higher and higher, increasing the pressure on the managers. This is Laudrup. Good ball again through. And McInnes is challenged, and this is Kamwari. He's had a play through to Rangers. Well, Derek McInnes showed persistence there. Rangers keep possession. Laudrup turns on the style. Again, it's Laudrup. Well, the assistant referee is indicating a goal kick, which does not please the Rangers fans. Well, I suppose what sums up the Dons League season so far, we played 22 games before going into this. They won 8, lost 8, for 32 against 32. And the answer is in the league table. They're not scoring enough goals and they're leaking far too many. On the other hand, Rangers have been in fine form in the goal stakes. Rangers have scored now 56 in the championship for the loss of just 19. This is Kumbuari. Slid off by Miller. David Rowson. That's Windus. Svetanov, who's already had a decent crack at goal. It's McLaren who gets in the header. It's Gascoigne. McInnes. He's got a bit to do here. Aberdeen players all around him.
He started very brightly, McInnes. He's not always been involved in the passing game, but he's made great little angles to create space for Gascoigne and Alberts in particular. And so far, Aberdeen are failing to cope with that in the midfield area defensively.
Here's Miller. Kumbuari. Switch of play, and Svetanov goes off on the run. Plays it through to the feet of Dodds. And just have it back go through Gascoigne. McInnes. Challenge there by Kumbuari. Well, he seems to have settled a bit, Kumbuari, after a couple of early mistakes. Kiriakov gets a touch, and Laudrup is heavily challenged there by Windus, and the referee will take action here against the Aberdeen player. Laudrup is back on his feet, but Windus has been cautioned. A yellow card has been shown, and that was a bad one by Dean Windus. And that's his 10th yellow card of the season, to add to the 2 red he has, and his disciplinary record is certainly not good. 2 red cards and now 10 yellow. Laudrup has recovered, and here's Richard Goff. Gascoigne. Robertson. Laudrup. Miller this time makes a challenge, and Miller's reacting angrily and indicating that Laudrup took a dive there, and things are getting just a bit bad-tempered now. Here's Miller with Gascoigne. It's given away to McInnes. Gascoigne again. Laudrup. Cleland has started a run. Here's Cleland, and he's well challenged there by Svetanov. Dalek Cleland's making a lot of good runs down that right-hand side. But certainly Joe Miller there made a challenge on Laudrup. He accused Laudrup of diving, and things got a bit heated after that. And Miller certainly has a point. Laudrup, who was badly fouled a moment or two earlier by Windus, certainly made the most of that. And it certainly makes life difficult for the referee when players go down in such circumstances. This is Alberts. Robertson. It's a poor one by Robertson, and Kiriakov was held there by Gascoigne. Free kick to Aberdeen. The referee will have to be right on top of the job here. It was a clear foul by Gascoigne.
Credit to the referee so far, he's handled it very well. Laudrup and Miller just having a word, letting them know who's boss. And that's fine, and letting them go into the play, and he's done ever so well so far.
It's half an hour gone, and Rangers have the free kick. Just a few yards inside the Aberdeen half. And this time it's Robertson who was on the end of that one from Dodds. Laudrup, closed down by Kiriakov. Good ball through to Alberts. Robertson's away again. The offside flag is up on the far side. Well, I wonder if that was against Robertson. Bo Anderson was running through the middle. Cleland was on the far side. But certainly, in Robertson's case, well, again, very tight, but he certainly looked onside. Defender in the middle, played him on. There were three Rangers players breaking there. Robertson on the left, Bo Anderson through the middle, and Cleland on the far side. But you'll see the defender in the middle has played him on. He's in line.
It's Camboari who's played him on, Jerry. You're right to call it. The pace again of Robertson becomes a disadvantage in this case for him. But again, I mean, that's bad defending. He should be up with the rest of his back line.
And more problems for Aberdeen here as Vetanov is being carried off. And Aberdeen will bring on the Icelandic player, Haraldur Ingolfsson. So that's a blow for them defensively. Here comes the Icelander. So he goes up to take up position on the left side.
I think Ingolfsson's more suited to the midfield role, so we'll probably see Stephen Glass stepping back into the left back area. And again, that's a tough area to play, like young Rowson today in the full back on the right side.
So as the offside flag it goes up, Rangers continue to lead here by 1-0. Eric Bo Anderson after some 20 minutes of the match.
I'm surprised, Jerry, so far the way Aberdeen are defending here. I feel as if they're defending maybe 5 or 10 yards too deep. There's not a lot of space. Anderson's just up his cellar. We see Billy Dodds attacking here.
A chance now for the Dons. It was slackness by Rangers who gave them possession, but they get it away. There's McLaren. I just wonder if McLaren is struggling a bit due to the flu virus. He's come back into the side today. But now it's Gascoigne. The Rangers are getting plenty of players forward here. It's Bo Anderson. But the opportunity is lost. Laudrup had pushed out to wide right. Now it's Camboari counter-attacking. He's looking around here for some support. Now it's Windus. Dodds is in the middle, but he's a lone figure. But he'll have to get support forward here. It's Kiriakov. That's Joe Miller. Still it's Miller, and he's blocked by Bjorklund. It breaks away to Windus. He's looking for Rowson, and he is fouled by Robertson. And the referee is going over for a word with the Rangers player. So he gets away with a word of warning. While Boykin and Tommy Craig make their feelings known to the fourth official, Mike McCurry. So can Aberdeen get themselves back into this match? Again, it's a wasted opportunity. Ingolfsson squanders the chance. The substitute's just been on the field a few minutes, but Aberdeen have got to do better from their set pieces. Just over 10 minutes of this first half left here at Ibrox Stadium in this Premier Division match. Rangers lead the Dons by 1-0. And here they come pushing forward again. Alberts again, good running by Robertson. Taking on Camboari, that's deflected, it's Bo Anderson! He gets his second of the match. Well, again, the lightning pace of David Robertson and Eric Bo Anderson at the simplest of tasks. 35 minutes gone here at Ibrox Stadium. It was Alberts. Look at the running of Robertson, getting away round Camboari. Brilliant play. There was a slight deflection of the ball, and Anderson finished it off.
It's all again down to David Robertson. Tremendous pace, very direct. And it must be his birthday today because that's fell right in a plate. Thank you very much. It's 2-0. But Robertson has been sensational. Every time he makes that forward run, he looks capable of creating chaos which he's done time after time. And Rangers are cruising at the moment.
It's Cleland again pushing forward as Rangers go out to try and finish this off before the interval. There have been matches this season, and of course a classic example was the last time Aberdeen were here. Rangers were 2 goals up and they threw it away in a spell where they squandered quite a few points. And I think manager Walter Smith has laid it on the line today. If you get your noses in front, go out there and kill them off. And that's certainly Rangers' intention at the moment. But the referee has stepped in and awarded a free kick against David Robertson, who's been involved in just about everything that's happened here this afternoon. But Willie Young there had no Rangers game when they lost 1-0 at Tannadice back on December the 10th. But this afternoon they're cruising along now at 2-0. 2 goals from Eric Bo Anderson. That raises his tally to 11. And 9 goals in the last 7 matches. So he's starting to pay back his £1 million transfer. He was under a lot of criticism earlier in the season. And he missed a couple here this afternoon before he struck. But once again, he's managed to score important goals in a big match. Laudrup, challenged by Kumwari, and Rangers have the free kick. Well, Rangers took 10 of the 12 points in the 4 league meetings last season. They beat the Dons last month in their live game. And here's Robertson. Well, former Aberdeen player, and he's really putting onto the sword this afternoon.
You mentioned earlier, Jerry, the fact that his contract is up. They've a problem with Richard Gough going to move on now. You would have to say that Rangers should get this guy signed up, because what he adds to the team since he's came back from injury is nothing short of breathtaking at times for Rangers. It gives them a whole variation to their play, and today is just another point that he's proven.
And of course a man who can't get a game for his country. But, this is Glass, through for Miller. Well put out by Cleland, who's had a good game defensively and been effective moving forward. A lot of £1 million players out there, but this man in possession, Derek McInnes, will bargain by. And look around, and certainly Walter Smith has picked up a few bargain players despite all the money that has been paid out. Switch by Laudrup to McLaren. Just 6 minutes of this first half left. Rangers lead by 2-0. Again the push forward. Here's Laudrup. Alberts. Still it's Alberts. Well, he'd almost to push David Robertson out of the road there to continue his run.
Yeah, very strong. If ever was a time you want the hammer to release it with the full power, that was the time.
Meanwhile, at the other end of the field, the ball has run out of play. Well, there's a picture that tells a story. The management team under intense pressure, staring 7 games on the trot without a win. And once again, it's David Robertson. Challenged by Kiriakov. And it's Rangers throw. So inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. Nicely laid off by McInnes. Lovely touch by Gascoigne. Well, Anderson tried to thread it through to him again. Rangers know that They must keep up a certain standard of play. Celtic still have a game in hand. They certainly have a lot to do. But there is another Old Firm game coming up on March the 16th, which we'll be showing you live on this channel. Here come Rangers again. It's Laudrup. Well, we've got to put the mortgage on Bo Anderson completing his hat-trick this afternoon. Already has 2 goals. He already has a hat-trick this season against Kilmarnock. There's a player who's really stamped his authority in recent matches. Albert's 4 goals in the last 4 games. Big contribution at an important stage of the season. And it's a free kick against Richard Gough. Well, I mentioned Rangers' scoring rate earlier, and they failed to score just once in 27 domestic matches. That was against Dundee United. Mind you, it was Richard Gough who scored an own goal, and there's a ridiculous challenge by David Robertson on Joe Miller, and he will certainly be booked this time. Just absolutely rash here. He got a word of warning a few minutes ago. That's dreadful. He could have seriously injured the Aberdeen player. But Joe Miller sees the funny side of it, but it could have been a serious incident. Totally unnecessary for Robertson, who's playing so well. And here he is again. Slapped one by Gascoigne. It's Rowson who got it. Now it's Ingles. And a free kick now to Aberdeen, just outside the penalty area. Well, 2.5 minutes of this first half left, and Rangers better be careful here. They could just let Aberdeen back into this. If they can pinch a goal before half-time. Rangers certainly look more than capable of getting a third. But, in the last few minutes, going away with free kicks. Aberdeen have been disappointing at their set pieces so far. And the effort from Windus came close. Dean Windus, who has scored 13 goals this season, not far away.
It was a good effort. The problem being, though, Andy Gorham doesn't always go at a wide angle for his saves. He stands in the middle of his goal, and it makes it more difficult for you to get it around him.
This is Robertson. Once again, Albert switches the play. Well, Kambwari went in solidly there in McInnes, who still managed to lay off the ball, and still Rangers have it through Laudrup. Easily taken by Derek Stilley, and Brian Irvine was there if required. Inside the final minute of the first half, plus any stoppage time. Guinness has to dig in well. He pushed that ball just a bit too far ahead of him, but now Aberdeen have the throw. So just about 30 seconds left, Charlie. Your overall thoughts?
Well, I'm not surprised Rangers are cruising at 2-0 here. It doesn't look an Aberdeen side at this present time that can come back like they've done earlier in the season here. They defended poorly again, but they don't look as if they're up for it to take the game to Rangers, and that's a worrying trend for Aberdeen. And Laudrup and Robertson particularly have been outstanding.
And a hat-trick could be on here for Bo Anderson. Alberts did well. Sent through the pass. It's Alberts again. And free kick is given against them. We're now into stoppage time, but Alberts did well just before this. Got possession, sent it through to Bo Anderson. And he tried something acrobatic, but it all went wrong for him. So the half-time whistle sounds. 2 goals from Eric Bo Anderson after 20 minutes and 35 minutes. Rangers head for the dressing room. The fans are happy at Ibrox Stadium. It's Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0.
Welcome back. Rangers lead Aberdeen 2-0 at Ibrox. John, you'll be happy, and it's fair to say Rangers are cruising right now.
At the moment, yeah. I think we've created enough chances. Eric Anderson scoring 2. He had 2 chances early in the game too. He could be sitting in 3 or 4 goals. Looking at the way the games are going, Davy Robertson's doing a power of work down the left, causing them problems. At this moment in time, very happy.
Quite comfortable. It is going badly wrong for Aberdeen, is it not, Joe?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about them. I think they're at 6s and 7s at the back. You know, I said I wasn't happy with their defensive setup, and I don't think that they know what they're doing themselves. Svetnov going off, they've had to put young Glass back there, and the second goal comes from where the left back should really be covering. So really they're struggling, and it looks bad now. Looks bad at this stage. Let's look at the first goal then, scored by Eric Bo Anderson. Both of them scored by him. John, you're pleased for him because he's got a resurgence of confidence, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's putting the ball in the net at the moment, but there's a great ball through by Laudrup again, and playing a back 4 who are just about 10 yards inside their own half. Eric Anderson, he's got great pace, and he's always hitting target, and that's important as a striker.
He just tucked it away. The second goal, well, Joe, you could have headed it in. I might have headed it in, but what about the second goal? I mean,
well, it's a great ball from Albert, and they're a bit fortunate with deflection, but there again we've got 2 players at the back post. You've got Anderson and McInnes who either or could have stuck the ball in the back of the net.
And there's David Robertson, a slight deflection off Kumbuari.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's easy in the end up, and certainly was that was my distance when I was playing. But you know, I just worry about the back post and both flanks. You know, Aberdeen don't seem to have anybody there covering.
Yes, even after what, like 20 seconds, John, Anderson could have scored and maybe should have scored. It looked to me as if he got there too early.
Yeah, I think David Robertson gets it, great ball in, and I think he's there too early. He's having to come back to get onto the header. It would have been great if he was just coming on. It's an easy header into the net.
And is he telling you, John, that he's happy with the way he's playing now? I mean, he's up now.
You can always see that with a striker. If he's scoring goals, that comes over the way they go to training. And in the last few weeks, he's firing on all cylinders.
Well, Billy Dodds was firing on all cylinders. Joe, he signed an extension of his contract, another contract. He wants to stay there, obviously. A good shot from him early on as Aberdeen threatened, but they haven't been doing this enough.
He's a natural goal. He's a natural worker, Billy, but he's not a natural goal scorer. But it was a good shot with his weaker foot, his left foot. It's on target, which is all you ask of any striker. You know, it's then up to the goalkeeper to make a save. But you know, there's no one up helping Dodds. He's running about there. He's doing all the work. No one's coming from midfield to get into positions to help him.
And he needs help, yeah.
And you need help, especially at Ibrox and at Parkhead.
Gorham always looks comfortable, John, and he looked comfortable from Stephen Glass's free kick. Yeah, I mean, he does. This is what he does so well. He organises the wall.
I think Andy's very comfortable. Any distance like that, he'll always be there. You know, a great shot stopper, and anything outside the box, our defence are quite happy to let them fire it in from 25 yards because you know you've got a world-class goalkeeper.
Usually
there.
On the spot. Okay, 2-0 it is at half-time. Well, now details of how you can vote for the Bells Man of the Match. All you have to do is decide who's the best player on the park this afternoon, then phone in your selection on 0891 81 8121. That's 0891 81 8121. The lines are open now, and we'll announce the Bells Man of the Match just before the final whistle. Right, we'll be back at Ibrox for the second half shortly after this break, so don't go away. It's 2-0 Rangers against Aberdeen at Ibrox. John, the goal scorer, Bo Anderson, he's got 2, but he really could have had 3 or 4, couldn't he? I mean, Laudrup's working so well with him.
Yeah, another occasion, a great square ball, and he's just a wee bit late. Defenders actually did well there to put his body in front.
This one himself, actually, but I mean, you know, when you see it, it's a quality pass across the front of the goal. It's just that Anderson doesn't get there.
Yeah, Svetnov, Joe, has disappeared. He was injured and he was taken off, but he had a decent drive that was deflected and not that far away when you see it here in replay.
No, it's a good hit. I mean, before it's deflected, he's kept it down well. Deflected, just goes over the top of the bar. It looks as if there's a strong breeze there, so it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And we know the lad, he can hit the ball well.
It looped over the top, and 2-0 it is at half-time. Well, don't forget, vote for your Bells Man of the Match by calling 0891 818121. Right, the second half is about to get underway. Back to Charlie and Jerry at Ibrox.
Welcome back, everyone. As Rangers reappear for the second half, the Dons are already back out on the field, and just looking at Aberdeen, no further changes. As you heard, there was Svetnov injured in the first half, and Ingolfsson come on for him. So So that second goal by Bo Anderson was Rangers' 90th of the season, their 90th of the season in all competitions. And Rangers' biggest win here at Ibrox against the Dons in the Premier Division was 3-0. And you just imagine they might be able to overtake that today. The Dons' best win over here was 3-0 when Joe Harper scored one of the goals many years ago. So Rangers start the second half, and Aberdeen have an awful lot to do here. Certainly, I think Charlie will have to compete more in the middle of the park.
Yeah, and I think now they're going to take gambles up front, and this might be an opportunity.
So it's Kyriakov launching in the early ball. But for Andy Gorham, meat and drink. He needed to make a couple of saves in the first half, but he was never under any great pressure. One from Richard Goff. But, Aberdeen today without stalwarts like Stuart McKimmie, Duncan Shearer, and Paul Bernard, who's been out with lengthy injury, and John Ingalls also missing. And Rangers missing Ian Ferguson this afternoon, who's been in splendid form of late in their midfield. Well, it's a risky one by McLaren, especially with Dodge there. Dodge with 19 goals this season, still the leading scorer. So a free kick to Rangers. I have no doubt Walter Smith would hammer home the message at half-time that Aberdeen were allowed back into the game last time they were here at Ibrox. And ideally, the Rangers boss will be looking for a third goal as soon as possible. Just put it beyond any doubt.
Yeah, but and on that occasion, and the last time they were here, for Aberdeen, they were impressive in the match even before. And being 2 down, they were still playing pretty well. You felt there was some sort of a sign that if they could get a goal, they could come back into it. But these guys, the coaches down there, must be worrying about their team situation. They don't look as if they're up for it at this present time.
And I think just a few weeks ago, they had moved into second place in the league. Under pressure again here now. It's that man David Robertson causing problems once more, and Rangers have the corner. He's taken a knock. But he was so effective in the first half, and he was caught there by Rowson and Irvin. So he's back on his feet. And it's George Alberts. Well, Richard Goff has arrived in a late run. But that ball had gone out of play, curled out as it was struck by Alberts. So Roy Aitken looking for plenty of commitment in this second half. It could be a long, long second half for him, and Tommy Craig, his assistant. And Archie Knox is taking nothing for granted. Darren Young. Stephen Glass, player who's had injury problems. Good to see him back. Just unfortunate with the pass there. He's trying to pick out Ingolson. Well, it's the second time in the early stages of this second half that McLaren has taken a bit of a risk. This is Robertson. Again, the strength of Albert tells, but the ball breaks away to Rowson. It's out of play for the throw to Rangers. And there's the number for man of the match. Well, it's Kambwari digging in for the Dons. He is again. He's caught there by Gascoigne, who offers apologies.
Yeah, there's not much in it. It ends up just a stud in the toe for Cam Barry, but he did well coming out. But again, there's still that feeling of cautiousness in the Aberdeen ranks. Just looking at their midfield at the moment, they don't look as if they know how to get back into this game.
Slack one there by Irvin, and it was Cleland who pounced. And goes Aberdeen's way, but meanwhile Stephen Glass is in need of some treatment. And he's managed to get back to his feet. So the referee has awarded a free kick to the Dons. And the message has got through. And again, it's a slack one by Kambwari. McLaren got in there just ahead of Dodds. This is Rowson, Miller, Kyriakov. Ingolfsson with the cross. It was Goff who got it away. This is Cleland, and he does well, and he's got the free kick. He was held there by Ingolfsson after he'd cleverly beaten him. Having a good game, Alec Cleland. And this is another player. I mentioned Derek McInnes in the first half. Is another player that didn't cost the Rangers too much, and he's certainly done well today in an attacking sense, and been very calm there. Meanwhile, it's McLaren who sends it forward. Kyriakov and Gascoigne having a little go there, and Gascoigne had certainly a little nip at him there, and perhaps fortunate to get away with it. He just had a little flick at him as the players jostled for the ball just here, and the referee was right there. Fortunate. The referee, you see there, having another word with Paul Gascoigne. He's telling him to calm down. And this is more persistent play now by Aberdeen than by Darren Young. And the Dons urged on by their small band of fans in the Broomloan stand. And now they've got the corner kick. Well, if they can get one back, you never know. Roy can have a bit more to forward to in the second half. So there's Gascoigne doing well, dropping deep, but it's given away now. Kyriakov sends it across, and Dodds is furious at the way that cross was delivered. He was in the middle waiting for it, but now it's Alec Cleland for Rangers. Slack one by him now. Well, Dean Windus went into that challenge there with Derek McInnes. And really, this is a player who's already been yellow carded, and the referee is showing some leniency here. And he's taken two names this afternoon, Robertson of Rangers and Windus of Aberdeen. And really, when you've had a yellow card against you, to go into a challenge like that is ridiculous. But that's twice in the last couple of minutes that the referee, who's handled things well, has watched Gascoigne have a nip, and then the Windus lunging. Switch of play by Goff. This is Robertson. Anderson. Solid challenge going in there by Rowson. It's Aberdeen's ball.
They've upped the tempo a little bit, Aberdeen, so far. They're trying to get a bit more aggressive. So maybe this is just a sign that they feel as if maybe they can get somewhere.
And of course, the more they push forward, the more they're liable to be caught on the counter-attack. Again, it breaks down for them. The manager isn't happy. So this afternoon's official attendance, 47,509. This is Cleland. It's a slack ball again. He played so well earlier, Cleland, but that's a couple of slack passes by him now. Here's Miller. Free kick against Derek McInnes. This one not too far outside of the penalty area. Again, Dean Windus, who has a good dig from this kind of range. Good well by the man. Kiriakov's there as well, and so too is Ingolson. So Ingolson moves away. It's Windus who hits it, but it's high over the target. Well, they had a reasonable effort in the first half from the free kick, but this one, well over the top.
The main worry for Windus again is Gorham. He takes such a central position, I said, first half. And now after he had a good one in the first half, he suddenly becomes concerned about the goalkeeper, where it should be the other way about.
Well, that was a nice little turn there by Kiriakov. Tries to pick out Dodds, but Goff's there. Here comes Darren Young. It's cleared by Bjorklund. Here's Gumbuari. It's better play by him now. It's Windus. Misplaced pass, so allows Bjorklund to intercept. McInnes plays it through. Brian Irvin was there in his cover. So Walter Smith has appeared down there, and they'll be just a little bit concerned, even though his team are leading by 2-0. They've seen this script before from Rangers this season. As I mentioned earlier, the game here against Aberdeen, and you go back to games like Easter Road, not the one last week, but the previous encounter where Rangers were ahead early on and took their foot off the gas.
It's a bad habits he's kept in. You mentioned Alan McLaren, and it started from Alan McLaren, and they've lost their rhythm because of it, and it's spread right through the team now. So that's why he'll be down there urging to get rid of that slackness.
Well, the message is clear. Here's Cleland. That's an awkward ball, and it's behind by Rowson. Well, that was a ball to put any defence under pressure. And Aberdeen scramble it away for the corner kick. Well, the last one he struck from that side with his left foot curled out of play. This one doesn't, but it's comfortably away. Here's Gascoigne. Laudrup. Well, he's been quiet in the last few minutes, maybe keeping something there. There's a penalty! Referee points immediately to the spot. McInnes was running through. And he went. Just saying Laudrup had been quiet. He's scoring up something. The challenge went in there from Irvin as Derek McInnes went through. The referee pointed to the spot.
Yeah, it's a definite penalty. Nice angle, disguised pass from Laudrup. Good feet from McInnes. A rash challenge.
So the referee moving away some of the Aberdeen players. Gumbuari is trying to make a point.
I think he's booking Kiriakov.
Yep, he's called him over. The yellow card is shown. Is just ignoring everything. Various Aberdeen players are trying to put him off here. Gumbuari still standing about. So will it be 5 goals in 5 games for George Alberts? It sure is. To Rangers. And George Alberts just strokes it away into the corner with the side of his foot. That's his 9th goal of the season. Well, he scored 10 for Hamburg from midfield last season. There's goal number 9.
You're expecting me blast just about everything he gets. It's nice composure, he just placed it. And I suppose in a way when Albert's just side foots him, they're still going at a strong pace. And still he has no chance.
So that puts it beyond any reasonable doubt. 60 minutes gone, and Rangers now very much on easy street. At the time of the game they were just wobbling a bit, threatening to let Aberdeen back into the game, but
I think the appearance of the manager coming trackside is just giving him a little kick up the backside that was necessary.
Charlie, this is the kind of game though, Aberdeen coming to Ibrox, Rangers going to the likes of Tynecastle and Easter Road, games which should be testing them, they're strolling through them all.
Yeah, they're getting to the stage. Here's a goal, it's good feet. It looks as if it could be a dive, but the angle of his leg from Irvine is enticed. McInnes must go over, and it's a clear penalty. But they're running with such efficiency at times without really being tested, both Celtic and Rangers. And we've seen them in the last live match at Pittodrie. We expected Aberdeen in second place to really challenge them, and it's all dissolved so quickly for them.
So Rangers are getting ready to make a change. Gordon Petric is warming up just below us as Aberdeen come forward. But they're needing miracles now. This is Windus, he's going to try one here.
He's got lots of power, but I don't think he's ever going to trouble Andy Gorham. Certainly not when they're as weak as that. But it's worth a go.
So Paul Gascoigne leaves the field. He'll be replaced by Gordon Petric. A black eye there. There's Gordon Petric.
Happy New Year.
And he's taken up a midfield role. Sitting in there at the moment, certainly alongside McInnes. Aberdeen are getting ready to make another change. Scott Booth, who's been very much in the news this week and transfer listed, he's getting ready to come on. Meanwhile, it's Dean Windus. It's kept in by Rowson. No, it's just drifted out. Nothing is going right for Aberdeen. So Scott Booth, who now sees his future away from Pittodrie, is given the task of getting something back for Aberdeen here. Well, Rangers' biggest win here this season was 5-0 against Motherwell, and certainly they'll be hunting more goals now. I mentioned earlier we'll be showing live on this channel the Old Firm game on March the 16th. We'll be back here at Ibrox next month for Rangers against Hibs. And there's a good save by Derek Stilley at full stretch.
Again, it's the influence of McInnes. He skips by him well and goes in. And I feel for Stilley. He's done well here. I think he's had a decent match. He's had no real chance with the goals. It's not been easy for him in his second appearance, I think, this season. But I can see that man. I think he's going to have a bright future.
Certainly Bo Anderson was coming in the far side, looking for his hat-trick. Well, again, McLaren takes risks, but he was quite comfortable on that occasion. That's true for Bo Anderson. Aberdeen were looking for a flag there. It's Bo Anderson, and it's Brian Irvine, the man who conceded the penalty, who sends the ball behind for the corner. But some of the Aberdeen defenders stopped here, and they were looking for a flag. And Bo Anderson showed persistence here all the way through. And Brian Irvine sent it behind for the corner kick. So Rangers chasing another record here. If they can get another goal, it'll be their best performance ever against Aberdeen in Premier Division football. McInnes delivers the ball. It's away by Kumwari. Here comes Alberts, but Gordon Petric was in the way. So Aberdeen are about to make that change now. Scott Booth is waiting to come on. The referee spotted the intention, and Billy Dodge is the man leaving the field. Well, Scotland's top scorer, 19 goals, but just 1 goal in his last 10 games. Maybe another classic situation, Charlie, when a player signs a new long-term deal, how often does he go off the boil?
It's unbelievable, but I think Aberdeen have relied far too much on Dodge and Windass this season so far. He's never been, as Joe Harper says, he's never been a natural gifted finisher. He works ever so hard. This has been probably one of his best seasons for a long time, but maybe not ever in his career so far. And you just can't keep relying on guys to turn up and score goals for you. You've got to get it from others. And as we're seeing today again, Aberdeen don't have it in other areas to produce the goods for them.
It's a chance now for Scott Booth to do something. Well, still, Joe Miller works hard. He's not making a lot of progress just now. It's through now for Booth. But the flag had gone up on the far side. So Roy Aitken's still down there shouting instructions. This is Rowson. And certainly players like David Rowson and Darren Young are finding it tough as they break through now into this Aberdeen team. They're holding their positions, but they can see the gulf between themselves and Rangers. So we're midway through this second half here at Ibrox. Rangers get it away. But, the referee has awarded a free kick just outside the area, and he's having a word with Bjorklund.
Thought he tugged his jersey, I think that's what he's indicating there. And yet again, another good area for Aberdeen.
Just got the impression now it's too little, too late if they achieve anything. Rangers are fully in control of this match. By Kiriakov, slammed away by McLaren. There's Kiriakov. Kumwari. Out now for Stephen Glass. Hasn't had much to do this afternoon, decides to get involved in the action. It's not a bad ball either. Here's Bo Anderson. Well, that certainly livened things up. Andy Gorham decided to come out of goal, and that was almost a very good ball. It had Brian Irvine under pressure. We saw the pace of Bo Anderson in the first half against David Rowson when he scored, and he almost got away again there. Gorham just deciding that there's not enough action for him. Ingolfsson for Aberdeen. Keeps his run going, but Rangers get possession again. That's 70 minutes gone. Rangers 3, Aberdeen 0. 2 from Bo Anderson, 1 from Alberts from the penalty spot. Well, Windus illegally challenged there by McLaren. Windus has already been booked, and rather fortunate on another occasion when he went lunging into a challenge, and certainly clipped there by McLaren. He got away with it. Touch from Laudrup. It's a return from Robertson. Not surprisingly, Rangers have stepped off again. But, the job is surely done now. Rangers have lost just 5 of the last 64, now 65 domestic matches. The domination continues. Their only defeats this season, defeats at Easter Road and Tannadice were by a single goal. Anderson holds off the challenges. Now it's Alberts. Robertson, who was so influential in that first half. The ball runs away from Laudrup.
It was a good example of Bo Anderson's improvement in the game. Do you remember earlier in the season we did some footage on and how he must work in his game? And I think he's been working hard on that, but nice to see him shooting people off and improving in the game.
This is Joe Millard. It's led off by Alan Young. Here's Kiriakov. By McLaren. Rangers will be quite happy now to sit in, let Aberdeen come at them and then hit them on the counter-attack. And here comes Laudrup. Bo Anderson's through the middle. Still it's Laudrup. Anderson's in plenty of space here. He needs a touch on it. A couple of touches, in fact. Back to Laudrup. The offside flag has gone up though. Well, Laudrup did the job. He dragged the ball away from the defender, allowed Bo Anderson to get off his marker, but he just couldn't control it. Well, a close one certainly. It looked to be in line. Once again, Andy Gorham was in total control of his penalty area. He brings Alec Cleland into the game. Laudrup. Bertz. Well, Walter Smith's down there again, screaming instructions. He wants more. Certainly Celtic in the last 3 games have closed down the goal difference, but Rangers raising the stakes again in that department this afternoon. Walter Smith still shouting the odds. So as things stand, Rangers will lead Celtic by 11 points at the end of this game, and the goal difference over the Parkhead side, as things stand at the moment, +8. But time for more damage, and there's Richard Gough, who already has 3 this season. It's Derek McInnes who takes it. McLaren's up there as well. And just wide of target.
Decided to change it with McInnes with a more of an in-swinging corner, and they're all in there. It's just whoever can get a touch. It's a decent touch, but I would recall McCoist would probably be poaching around about that back post. You see, there's the ability. You've got to have a natural position.
Well, he's down there winning his chance, Ali McCoist. Well, the free kick has been awarded, but Ali McCoist there Still managed 18 goals this season, 9 of them in the league. A couple of hat-tricks. Deep in thought.
That's the first.
So that's 75 minutes gone here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers lead by 3 goals to 0. The offside flag goes up as Bo Anderson breaks forward. Long one now for Scott Booth. And McLaren is with him. Aberdeen's ball. This is Kiriakov. Miller. Windass. Ingolfsson. Better play now by Aberdeen. This is Scott Booth. It's comfortably away though by David Robertson. Again, it's Booth who delivers across. There's Joe Miller. He delivers a bit though, and Alberts is there. The break's on here for Rangers. Laudrup stays left. Bo Anderson starts a run through the middle. The offside flag goes up. Well, the home fans are not happy with that decision. It certainly looked very close indeed. That's surely onside. I just wonder now if some of these linesmen, assistant referees as we must call them, harking back to the days when if you were in line you were offside. Nowadays in line means onside, and Eric Bo Anderson denied the chance of his hat-trick there. Again it's Alberts. This is Darren Young. Petric gets possession. Here's Alberts. Lovely close control for such a big player. He showed lovely close control there. McLaren across now to Robertson, but Rangers just strolling through this now. Certainly is a worrying aspect for the rest of Scottish football. Just how easily Rangers are dismantling the teams that should be their main opponents. McInnes, good ball through now for Alec Cleland, still full of running. It's a good ball, there's Bo Anderson. Goal kick. Well, another good run by Alec Cleland.
Yeah, and a nice pass from McInnes, nicely weighted. McClelland is desperate to get there, he's done it most of the day. But Bo Anderson made up about 30 yards to get into the penalty box, and it's good defending. Done enough. There you see Cleland. Looks up well. Good defending though.
Well, he might have had 4 or 5 today, Eric Bo Anderson, except for some poor finishing and a decision or 2 against him. Meanwhile, it's Stephen Glass. Ingolfsson. Blocked by Petric and away by Cleland. He's certainly paid his way since arriving from Dundee United. This is Robertson. Kiriakov's with him. Here's Bo Anderson. It's Aberdeen's ball. It was David Rowson who made the challenge. This is Darren Young. We'll switch over now to Glass. Joe Miller's calling for it. Steps away from Cleland. Through now for Scott Booth. I've got to get players forward here, but a good solid challenge goes in any case from Alan McLaren. But Aberdeen had just one player in inside the Rangers penalty area. Dean Windus as Scott Booth was running towards that ball. We've got more there now. It's away by Petric. Ingolfsson. Well, certainly it was on target, but again it was never one to worry Andy Gorham, who's managed 10 shutouts this season, playing his 28th game today. Rangers have the throw-in, which was won there by Alberts, and it got him a fair round of applause from the home fans who appreciate the effort he's put into this match this afternoon. And 5 goals in 5 consecutive games from midfield. Well, it's some form. Well, frustration now for Joe Miller. Drives the ball out of play. So there are 10 minutes. In fact, just wait for 9 minutes of this match left, plus any stoppage time to be added on by referee Willie Young. It's by Irvin. Touch from Goff. And it's Irvin's head up. This is Rowson. It's a slight one by him, and Cleland read it well. This is Bo Anderson. Well, he was unlucky there as he tried to pick out Cleland, but Alberts was breaking in a lot of space on the left-hand side. The Rangers are looking for a flag. Still Aberdeen have possession. That falls in behind Ingolfsson. It's away by McInnes. Blocked there by Cleland. Roy Aikens below is still demanding more from his players. It's about consolation now for Aberdeen, but Aiken wants something out of this match.
He still wants at least him to give some appetite right to the end, of some fight. Because at the moment you're like, I mean, that's schoolboy mistakes. You know, that's basic mistakes. And managers get frustrated so much, and who can blame them?
Well, Aberdeen have lost the last 2 away games without scoring a goal. It's shaping out as game number 3 with little to offer. They lost 3-0 to Kilmarnock and 4-0 to Dundee United. And you see that challenge going in there from Darren Young, giving Rangers the free kick. There's Cleland. McInnes. Laudrup trying to get forward. Play on, says the referee. And Laudrup wearily gets back to his feet. He was one of the players missing last week because of the flu virus. The ball deflected there, and it's a Rangers throw. Referee has now awarded the throw to Aberdeen. It brings applause from Roy Aiken. It's all elementary. Ingolfsson, Kiriakov, Irvin, Kiriakov again. It can be a very cruel game, this. Darren Young. Well, Alan McLaren defended well there against Dean Windus, and Andy Gorham appreciates that. Andy Gorham's looking for another shutout, and he knows that McLaren did extremely well here with Windus coming in. Superb defending. Well, he's in the thick of it again, McLaren. This is Kumbuari. So we're coming up for the final 5 minutes of this match. Rangers lead by 3-0. 2 goals by Bo Anderson. And 1 from Alberts. It's Laudrup turning on the style again, going for the line.
Well, it's typical Laudrup. Fantastic feet. Just breezes by a couple of defenders. Just doesn't get enough lift on it. Still, he's done well. Great skill from Laudrup.
Here's Laudrup now. Bo Anderson's through the middle. It's McInnes. Well, they're backing off him here. And in comes Laudrup. Surely it's number 4. Rangers 4, Aberdeen 0. And Brian Laudrup gets goal number 12 of the season, but amazingly the Aberdeen defence backed off McInnes. He tried the effort at goal. Just watch this, he's got to bring this ball down. There's no challenge coming out of him at all. He's got time to look up, try and test the goalkeeper. Still he makes a save, but in comes Laudrup to pick his spot in the far corner of the net.
I don't know why they're backing off. He's tried the chip. It's a poor attempt at it. Young Stilly, not the cleverest decision he's made there. He's saying that he's trying to retrieve it and they're punished, but it's another basic schoolboy error. And as soon as you make those errors, you deserve to be punished for them.
So at the far end, it's a corner to Aberdeen. But this is now Rangers' biggest victory over the Dons in over 20 years of Premier Division football. Aberdeen are looking for consolation. It's Irvin who drives it through. And it was McLaren who blocked it, and it's Ingolson who sends it way over the top. But once again, Alan McLaren was in the heart of the Rangers defence to block that. So Joe Miller it was who swung it in. And as Brian Irvin drove it through, McLaren was there once again. And he's come back into the team at a vital time.
Yes, he's very responsible to take the game for Rangers. But again, another poor attempt.
So the Bells man of the match, chosen by our viewers, has just been announced, and it's David Robertson, who had such a splendid first half, who was instrumental in the setting up of Bo Anderson's goals. So I don't think there'll be too many arguments with that. David Robertson, man of the match. Here's Laudrup. There are 2 minutes left. Well, apart from a long journey home this evening, Charlie, where do Aberdeen go from here?
Well, it's a frustrating time for them, there's no doubt about that. There's tension in the air from the public, and who can blame them? I don't personally look at the manager of Tommy Craig. I think they're out there, they've got good squad players, they've got a decent strength and depth. They're just not responding. Players are not getting themselves lifted, they're not giving enough to the cause, and they're the people who can lift it. Other than that, if they don't do it, then they will gradually fall into the bottom end in the lower level of the table. It could become another dogfight, which they had 2 years ago.
And it is amazing in this league just how quickly you can slide away. As I mentioned earlier, when Celtic had a few games postponed just before Christmas, Aberdeen moved into second place. There was talk of a challenge coming from the northeast. And in fact, it's Dundee United who have since pushed into third place and shaping as a side that can certainly cause the Old Firm problems. But in terms of domestic football and ruling the roost in Scotland, Rangers are beating all of their main opponents with ease. So the next live game coming from here will be Sunday, the 23rd of February, Rangers against Hibernian. And we have other live matches coming up in this Premier Division for you before the end of the season. So we're now well into the final minute of this match. Rangers lead comfortably by 4-0, 2 from Bo Anderson, a penalty from Alberts, and a goal by Laudrup. So the final whistle sounds, a comprehensive victory for the champions, the biggest win over Aberdeen since the Premier Division began. And after a couple of early misses, Bo Anderson got the couple, then George Alberts there got his 5th goal in 5 matches. How important he's been to Rangers over this festive period. And Bo Anderson, well, he has his critics. He could have had a few more today, but I'm sure Walter Smith, the manager, will be well pleased with his contribution. But Andy Gorham again had very little to do in the Rangers goal. The defence looked solid, midfield ran the game, and they had positive players up front. The Rangers bringing back important players this afternoon. And David Robertson there named man of the match, and his pace so crucial in that first half when they get in there to lay on the goals for Eric Bo Anderson. Really not a weakness in this Rangers side. Players coming back constantly from lengthy injury. And Gordon Dury's not far away now. And Stuart McCall will be coming back hopefully in another couple of weeks. And let's go now to Paul Cooney.
And with me, David Robertson, man of the match. Congratulations, David.
Yep, hard-fought game. Scored a couple of 2 goals in the first half, which eased it a wee bit. Struggled a wee bit in the second half, but 3 points is the most important thing of this.
And you were involved in both those first goals for Eric Bo Anderson?
That's right, just the second one, I got a good pass from George Alberts and managed to put it away, and as usual Eric's there to stick it away.
I think in fairness, Aberdeen rallied for a wee bit at the start of the second half.
That's right, well, you always know Aberdeen, they never give up. Even when I was there, you knew they've always got a fighting spirit, but I think we're just maybe a bit too strong on the day.
The appetite of your team is incredible. What keeps you going week after week in the Premier League?
I think it's probably competition for places as well. I mean, there's such a big squad, everyone's coming back from injury now, so you've got to play well to stay in the team, otherwise it's you out. But we've got a good spirit here as well, keep battling away. Last week we had a weakened team and it showed that we pulled through and got 3 points we need.
Your old team Aberdeen, do you feel for them the way things have gone in recent weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a good couple of months for them, but knowing them, they'll bounce back. They were in a wee bit of a scary position last couple of seasons ago when they nearly went down, but they'll push through and probably get into Europe.
Week in, week out in the forum, the fans are asking, what about you for the future, David? What would you say to them here today?
Well, I'm really enjoying myself at Ibrox at the moment, and we'll just see how it goes in the future.
You may well be here next season.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the viewers, congratulations, man of the match, Bell's man of the match, David Robertson.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, David. Back to you, Jim, in the studio.
Thanks, Paul. Looked like good stuff, good vintage. So in the end, a convincing victory for Rangers. Aberdeen with big problems now. But what did you make of it? Call the forum now on 0500 404 000. That's 0500 404 000. And the views of John and Joe, along with reaction from Ibrox after this short break.